What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Long time no see. Long time no see. Who's in the building? AAA, The Pebble, Jonathan, Billy. What up, everybody? Can you hear me is the question. We are in the building. Dog check in the building. I need everybody to hit a like. I need everybody to tell me how are they doing this afternoon. Training camp is alive and well. We are back. New look. Crispy sound. Let's get chicken tenders in the air. Why do I want chicken tenders? I don't even know. We got the Sheduer emojis in the building. I am going to acknowledge that. Get your likes. Get everything. Love is in the air. Cleveland Browns talk is back and it's alive and well. But we all know when you have Cleveland Browns talk, when you have training talk, training camp talk, there is one thing that you know we're going to talk about as you come into every single stream about the Cleveland Browns. It doesn't matter if it's a big time channel, if it's a small channel, everybody is going to talk. Connor, what's up? Everybody is going to talk about Sheduer Sanders versus Deshaun Watson. You can't get away from it. So we are just going to embrace it, Rackin. We're going to embrace the debate. Embrace the debate. And can we meet the donation goal? We're going to try to start a streak here, ladies and gentlemen. I've been gone for 20 days. We're going to try to make a streak. Every day we meet the goal, we will stream. I don't care. We'll talk about broccoli and keyboards if we have to. Every day we meet the goal, we will stream. I don't care if we can stream for 20 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. If we meet the goal, we will stream. Let's get it going. Can we meet the donation goal? Let's get it. Thank you. Who just made that donation? Jonathan, love is definitely in the air. So let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the topic of everybody. Deshaun Watson versus Sheduer Sanders. Day one, Deshaun stunk. He was terrible. I can't make it up. He got the number one rep. So let's be fair. He went against the starters. Okay. So maybe he went against the better defense than Sheduer Sanders did. So let's hit it with a grain of salt, but he was 12 for 22, 2 interceptions and no touchdowns. And he threw back-to-back interceptions at that. Back-to-back interceptions. Now, I would say this. Everybody's talking about how great Deshaun Watson has looked. He is back. He is agile. He is just the best he has looked since he's been in a Cleveland Browns uniform. I'm a little bit of hyperbole, but listen, I don't care. 2 interceptions already and no touchdowns when you step on the field. When it's starting to really matter, this is what you are giving me, Jonathan. Connor, has there been any clear front runner between Sanders or Watson? Everybody's saying a lot of people, Connor, are saying Deshaun is the front runner. And then you have different reports saying the only person that hasn't said there's a front runner is Todd Monken, Connor. And that's the only person I care about. What does Todd Monken say? He hasn't said there's a front runner. But every other reporter, you can hear different things. Deshaun Watson is the front runner. He's going to be the starter. He'll start week 1. Well, if he's starting week 1, he didn't start off well today. 12 of 22, 2 interceptions, back-to-back interceptions. And the first interception came from Denzel Ward, who just got extended contract because he's that darn good. Now, there's no shame in throwing an interception to Denzel Ward. There's no shame in doing that. Not at all. But still, he threw a pick. Now, you could say Cleveland's defense is good. That's why he threw the interception. I will say this, Billy. I don't want to hear that. He's going to go against good defenses across the NFL. If he's going to be my starting quarterback, the $230 million man that he is, I don't want to see interceptions on the first day of camp. Call me dissecting, all right? Either this defense is about to be nasty or we're cooked. He talked about how well S2 did today. Did he? That makes me happy inside. Now, Sheduer Sanders, I got it on my phone. I took a picture. You know how you take pictures on phones? Sheduer Sanders went 16 of 19 today. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Now he went, oh my goodness, 20 gifty whifties, my guy. My guy, 20 gifty whifties. Tweak Pat. Thank you so much, Tweak Pat. No Watson touchdowns, no Sanders touchdowns either. But Sanders 16 for 19, and he had a beautiful deep ball in camp. You can see it scrolling on Twitter. Go to Twitter, and it's on there. Every Sheduer Sanders fan posted it all over X. How you doing, Tweet Pat? And like AAA just said, back to back. And I need you to hit the like button back to back to back to back to back as we are talking about Deshaun Watson versus Sheduer Sanders. My goodness is right, Django. Tweet Pat, the gifty wifty king. And another thing what we're going to talk about today as we are close to our donation goal. And if you just got in here, every day we hit the donation goal, we are going to stream. I was on a 20-day hiatus, but if we hit the goal, we're streaming. I don't care if we talk about Deshaun Watson versus Sheduer Sanders until my trachea goes stale. We will stream every day we hit the goal. Hey, they put all the new rookies with Sheduer receivers, Fanu. Oh, that's good to hear. Here's another thing. Now, this is not breaking news, but if you live under a rock, or if you were in the closet fixing your hangers and your jeans, or if you were washing clothes at the laundromat, let me let you know. Jerry Jeudy, maybe he was on a video talking about Deshaun Watson. He wants to be the starter, or maybe it was made up. I don't know. But Jerry Jeudy has been in a little bit of controversy saying he wants Deshaun Watson to be his starter. But he came out and said, you guys are just making up stuff. I wouldn't say that. I am behind all of my teammates. I put a poll up. Lovey Marie, I don't know if she voted on the poll on the page. Do you believe Jerry Jeudy that, he's not on anybody's side? He just wants the best man to win. Four had a chance to take off today. It's laughable to be. Gotta run, Corey. I just hope whoever starts lights up the lead. All right, Billy, have a good one. What up, 4Q? Was that right, 4Q? Did I say it right? I'm terrible with names. What up, 4Q? Listen. I like to say this. I like to be on the positive side of things, right? I am a positive Pete. If you haven't been to this channel, I am a positive Pete. I don't try to be a negative Nelly, but I will say this. They say where there's smoke, there's fire. They say where there's lightning, there's thunder. They say where there's an umbrella, there's rain. When there's pizza, there's Corey. They don't say that last part, but it is what it is. Listen, you can't do stupid things. And then there was a picture that was posted after the video of watches with Deshaun Watson and Jerry Jeudy. Now, listen, you can't be this stupid. If you don't want any controversy, why in the world would you have that posted next? Listen, on the first thought of it, I was like, no, it's nothing at all. Mere bag of shell. Somebody edited the video. I don't believe anything. People want to try to spin their own narrative just so they can have something to talk about on Monday. That was my point of view. But then when the watches came out, when they had matching rollies like they were Puffy and Mace back in the day, I said, okay, now I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe, just maybe, they're on to something here. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe. If Judy's smart, he'd want Sanders to start. Sanders, by all rights and reason, will be the long-term starter. Where's the Sun Kiss, Corey? Sun Kiss is the regular season. We have Pepsi Zero here. Django, $60. We are streaming tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. We're streaming tomorrow. The goal has been met.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
Appreciate you. Hopefully you guys hear those sounds. Are you hearing the sounds? Let me know. I'm gonna play it again.
Here comes the money.
Do you hear that? Do you hear the sounds, ladies and gentlemen? Whoever starts has to face the toughest part of the schedule. Tougher defenses better not get injured. Just saying. What up, James? Thank you for the $60 grenade. We are streaming tomorrow. We'll probably talk about this all over again. We'll talk about day 2 of camp. We are streaming tomorrow. The goal is met. If you just came into the stream, hit the like, hit the share. Every time we meet the goal, we're streaming. That's how it's going to work. I was on a 20-day hiatus. Now I'm going to be on a 2-day streak. I agree. The tough part of the schedule is the beginning of the schedule. Sounds are low on your end. Well, we're going to fix that right now. Thank you. We're going to fix that right now. Tell me if it gets louder.
Dog check! Dog check!
How about now?
Dog check! Dog check!
How did that sound? What up, low? What up, Big Dollar? That's right. So I agree with that. But when you're the Browns, right? Every team is hard. Every team is hard when you are the Browns. You're not a good football team. So every team is hard in that aspect. So whoever wins the starting job, you got to pull up your football britches and get it going. Now, in the chat right now, tell me, who do you think is going to win the starting job? Sheduer Sanders or Deshaun Watson? Plenty loud, sounds good, sounds good. Okay, what about this one? I'm gonna play a different sound. What about that one? You know, new setup. I gotta check the sounds here.
Here comes the money. Here we go.
I gotta check the sounds.
Here comes the money.
I gotta check the sounds. I gotta,
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
I want Sanders. Think Watson. Well said. Thank you, James. Thank you. 130-25. That's why I love AAA. He stands on what he means. How was that sound? Let me know. I got to go through here. New setup. I got to make sure I got everything. I think the W4 starts based on our track record, but I really hope I am wrong. That sounds really good. Can still hear. All right. Was it too loud? Was it too loud, enemy? I'm just making sure. Let me know in the chat. Keep throwing out who you think is going to start, and we're going to move to a different topic. DW4, we'll go back to it. We're going to move to a new topic. We're going to talk about them a lot. We're going to move to a new topic, but keep putting it in the chat. Who do you think is going to start? And we'll get back to them. But let's get to some other news that came along today. Some news that came along today. I would love SS2, but money dictates DW4. Browns extended fellow defensive backs Denzel Ward and Grant Delpit. How do we feel about that news? I think Denzel Ward was yesterday and Grant Delpit was today. Denzel Ward was a $62.2 million deal, $52.3 million guaranteed. How do we feel about that, ladies and gentlemen? Do we love it? Do we hate it? Are we happy in our tum-tums, or do we think they should have traded Denzel Ward like they did Myles Garrett? How do we feel about the Denzel Ward extension? $52 million guaranteed, $62 million on 2 years, the extension for Denzel Ward. How do we feel? Let me know in the comments below. How do we feel? And Grant Delpit, I got the Grant Delpit numbers in my phone. Give me a second. I took a screenshot of Grant Delpit, 3-year deal with $35 million guaranteed, one of Cleveland's longest tenured players. How do you feel about both of them? Let me know in the chat. I don't see them having $45 million backup. I give him 3 to 4 games before Sheduer gets the job. The Pebble loves it. I love it. The 4 Hellions are raising hell. Gotta go, Dad. Love y'all. Stay good. Thank you, Tweet Pat, for the $20 donation, my guy. Thank you so much.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
We are definitely streaming tomorrow. I love Wharton. So glad we kept him. Watson starts because of his high contract, but gets in. Whoa. We don't want injuries, James. We don't want injuries. Now, his track record isn't good of being healthy, but hopefully he doesn't get injured. That's the one thing I don't want to happen. Good for Ward, and he's happy. What up, Cynthia? How you doing? I think both of these extensions are great for the Cleveland Browns. You trade Myles Garrett away, you get rid of Nick Chubb. The fan base is starting to think, are we going to keep anybody? Are we going to keep anybody anymore? Do we just trade everybody away? But I'm starting to think, okay, this is keeping me happy inside. Denzel Ward, not only is he a Cleveland Brown through and through, but he's an Ohio State Buckeye, too. That matters. I know some people are like, who cares? But that matters, too, dag nabbit. But I am happy that they extended Denzel Ward. You can argue he is a top 5 corner. If you don't think he's a top 5 corner, he is a top 10 corner, dag nabbit. Jamar Chase has said that is his toughest corner that he has went against in the past. When Denzel Ward is on the field, he makes a difference. When he's off the field, you can feel it. So with him and Tyson Campbell back there, hopefully that will solidify the backfield for the future to come here in Cleveland. And then Grant Delpit, I knew he was going to get signed. I was not even surprised with that. Grant Delpit has been nothing but a stud, whether he's number 22, whether he's number 9. It doesn't matter what number he is. He has been that dude from LSU. And that rhymed. Only the Browns fans look forward to a player getting injured. Never seen this in any other fan base. I don't think he said he wants him to get injured. I think he just predicted it. That's how I read it. I don't think he wanted him to get injured. I just don't want to predict an injury either. I could be wrong. I don't think he wanted him to get injured. It's just how his track record has went controversial. I don't think he wanted him to get injured. It's just how it's been so far with him and Cleveland. The only season he finished was the one where he came in late from being suspended. So I don't think he wanted him to get injured. He just predicted it because it's been his track record. And I hope he doesn't get injured with Deshaun Watson. Listen, and before we get to something else here, our defense, and I'll get back to Deshaun Watson here in a second. Our defense, listen, we lost Myles Garrett. You can't replace a Myles Garrett no matter how much you try. Our defense is going to have to do it collectively, okay? And it starts with re-signing your studs you have left, and that's why I love the move of re-signing Denzel Ward and Grant Delpit. Would love to get Vita Vea if it can be worked out. Talk about a stud. You want to talk about clogging up the run? I don't have anything on Vita Vea. I'm going to fade back to this. You want to talk about clogging up the run game? You plug in Vita Vea. You ain't running the football with Vita Vea and Mason Graham as your defensive tackles. I don't think it's going to happen, but I love it, Django. You want to stop the run? Vita Vea and Mason Graham, good night, Sally. Reoccurring injuries are terrible, but not uncommon. Acknowledge the tribal GOAT Roman on Sunday. 32 months?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
32 months in the building. Cynthia, how are you doing? The GOAT Roman Reigns, but it kills me because he's going against my guy Seth. Appreciate everybody that's in the building. Hit the like. If you're new, hit the subscribe. We have the scrolling. If you didn't notice, we have a scrolling ticker now. I was telling you what the stream is about on the scrolling ticker. If you didn't notice at the bottom, it's going to tell you what we're talking about on the show. If you didn't see it, let's go back to the main topic that everybody is talking about: Deshaun Watson versus Sheduer Sanders. 4 with the 1s, 2 with the 2s. Today, 2 picks. This is heavy critical media. Is a bad look. Hopefully 2 will come out strong tomorrow. Let's talk about that now. Listen, this is going to be the most publicized quarterback competition in the NFL. No matter how you feel about Cleveland, no matter how you feel about Deshaun, no matter how you feel about Sheduer Sanders, right? I will say this, though. I have never seen so many Deshaun Watson fans coming out of the woodwork from when he first got here. When he first got here, everybody almost hated Deshaun Watson. I remember because I was taking up for him. But now all of a sudden, they're coming out of nowhere. Oh my God, I hope he starts. It's quite interesting to me how that happens. But I will say this. And it's not because I like Sheduer Sanders. People that know me, I like whoever plays for Cleveland. It's not that I am just a Sheduer Sanders fan. But I will say this when it comes to this quarterback competition. If you're a Cleveland Browns fan through and through, there is no logical explanation for you to want Deshaun Watson starting for the Cleveland Browns. And here's why. There is no outcome unless it's winning a Super Bowl that makes it good for you for the future. There is no outcome at what he does that helps the Cleveland Browns for the future. That's why you should not want him starting for the Browns. Here's why. Let's say he comes out and he stinks for 6 games, and then they go, okay, let's go to Sheduer. That's 6 wasted games that you could have seen what Sheduer Sanders has before the upcoming draft in 2027, and you're going to see what you're going to do at the quarterback position. If he stinks for 6 games and you give it to Sheduer, let's say he's pretty good, almost get you to the playoffs. Now you're like, well, darn, he was good. Couldn't quite get there. Maybe our defense wasn't as good. but he showed flashes. Are you going to really want to sign Deshaun Watson for the future after you gave him $230 million? He had one pretty good season. Then what are you going to do? Or let's say he does really good and he gets you to the playoffs. Now you're stuck. There is no outcome with Deshaun Watson unless it's a freaking Super Bowl that helps if you're a Cleveland Browns fan. Do you really want to sign Deshaun Watson to a whole nother contract? No. Do you want him to waste games from Sheduer Sanders? No. Do you want false hope? No. So as a Browns fan, there's really no outcome except winning a freaking Super Bowl where you go, okay, go Deshaun. But with Sheduer Sanders, if he starts from game one, you are possibly, just maybe, looking at the future of the Cleveland Browns. Or worst case scenario, he goes out there and he absolutely stinks up the joint. And he is the worst quarterback ever, which I don't think is going to happen. I don't think that at all. At least you can see what you have. I don't see a bad scenario for starting Sheduer Sanders. He's younger, more upside, more accurate of a thrower of the football. Anybody can see that with one eye, two eyes, half an eye. But that's just me. Does it mean I'm right? No, it doesn't at all. It's just my opinion. It's just my thoughts. And now you can tell me how wrong I am in the comment section. But the only outcome to me that makes the most sense for the Browns is starting Sheduer Sanders to see what you have before you make a pivotal decision in 2027's draft. Glad football is back. Looking forward to Corey's podcast this season. See y'all later. All right, controversial. Do your thing, man. Oh, Corey, my guy. Corey, my guy, is from Kentucky, but a Browns fan. I'm finally moved home as well. Just an idea. Do you think Haslam is holding Sheduer back because he wants Manning so bad? That's a good question. You know, he does like him some Arch Manning. If Arch Manning is available for Haslam, I think he would go all in to get him. Now, before I think tell you who's going to start, let me move on to the next topic. Let me see what Django was going to say. Regardless of the outcome of a DW start, he's not coming back to the team. The smartest thing the Browns did was put an injury policy on him. Facts, Django. Facts. We're going to come back to this. Like I said, this is going to be a recurring topic for days to come. We're going to stream tomorrow, same time. We met the goal. Appreciate you guys. You guys deserve a hand clap. Let me make sure my hand clap volume is up. Give me a second. Let me look at this. All right, let me turn this up a little bit. Give yourself a round of applause. We are streaming tomorrow thanks to you. Give yourself a round of applause. It will be a two-day stream. Can we hit the 20 days in a row? I was out 20 days. Can we hit 20 days? We will see. My next question to you in the chat. Who will be the rookie standout in camp? AAA, I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere, AAA. I'm just going to another question. Who will be the rookie standout in camp, in your humble opinion, Mike, AAA, the Pebble? Who's going to be the rookie standout in camp? If you could pick one singular rookie, who's going to be your camp standout when it comes to the rookie? Is it going to be Fano? I'm probably going to say his name wrong. Is it going to be Denzel Boston? Is it going to be KC Concepcion? Or is it going to be somebody that I am missing? Who is going to be your rookie standout at camp? Put them in the comment section. We are here. It is the Dog Check channel. We are back like we never missed a day, but we missed 20. Let me know in the chat, who is your standout rookie in camp? Who's going to turn heads? Who's going to make eyes bulge out like they did in the cartoons? You know what I'm saying, when they used to do that. Yeah. But AAA, why'd you say wait? I am not going nowhere yet, unless you want me to go. What did you miss? You missed everything, Michael. You have missed that we're streaming tomorrow because the donation goal was met. You have missed some riveting conversation, Michael, but now you're here. Dylan Sampson is the highest riser in your opinion, but Boston will be the rookie standout. Okay, we got Boston, Talon Green. So do you think Talon Green will see the field this year, Mike? I heard right before the stream that Monken will make the QB1 decision after the joint practice with the Bills. When is the Bills joint practice, AAA? We can talk about that more tomorrow. When is the Bills joint practice? AAA. That is very interesting. I see Boston, and Talon Green. I'm going to play devil's advocate to this question, even though I have Denzel Boston as the pitcher that I'm showing. And people who just came in, we have a ticker at the bottom showing what we're talking about during the stream. So if you're like, what did I miss? The ticker will tell you what you missed or what we're going to be talking about. And we will go back to what we've talked about before the stream is over. I know I've been gone for a while. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step two. If you know, you know. I'm going to say KC Concepcion, and here's why. Everybody's saying Denzel Boston of Denzel. And I think KC Concepcion's like, wait a freaking minute here. And you know that they're cool, they're brothers, and all that. But he's like, wait a minute, man. Nobody is talking about me. Hold on. Hold a second. I was picked before him. I know he's bigger and he can jump and all that stuff. But nobody's talking about me, and we know athletes are competitors. I'm going with KC Concepcion. He hears all the talk. Everybody's talking about Denzel Boston. Denzel. What about me? They picked me before him for a reason. And I think deep down inside, you know these young athletes are on their phone every chance they get. As you see, I'm trying to hype them up right now. I should be a hype man. I'm trying to hype them up right now. What about me? I'm going to go with KC Concepcion as my standout rookie in camp. That's what I'm going with. By the way, I like to do graphics. Appreciate you, Pebble. I'm glad you like the new everything, chat. New everything. No echo. No nothing. Even though I was on a 20-day hiatus, I was determined. I was freaking determined to stop the echo by any means necessary or quit. August 20th. Does Judkins count since he didn't play the whole season? He does not count, Michael. Judkins is not a rookie anymore. You being the QB, I am not Cynthia. The team will probably start Watson. What up, Jim? What up, Jimin? It better be Graham. Graham? You talking about Mason Graham? But that's who I'm going with. KC Concepcion. The Board of Emotions will be back. It will be back this season. It will be back. The Board of Emotions will be back. Shut up, phone. It will be back. It will be back. All right. Let's go back to what we were talking about before we head out. The main topic of it's going to be the main topic of every stream. Mike, you said, what did you miss? You missed us talking about Deshaun Watson struggling in camp today. 12 of 22, 2 interceptions, 1 picked off by Denzel Ward, who just got extended. It could be just a mere bag of shells, ladies and gentlemen. It may not mean anything. It may just be a bad day. But when people are saying Deshaun Watson's back, he's back like he's better than ever before, That is not a good sign to me. Okay? It's not a good sign. If he's back, to me, if you're Denzel Washington, what? Where did Denzel Washington come from? Well, I don't even know. If you if you are Deshaun Watson, you have to outplay and outclass Sheduer Sanders in every single way to show you are that dude. And today he did not do that. Now I understand he was against the starters. Sheduer was against the twos. I get it. But you have got to outshine in every single way. And he didn't do that today. He didn't do that today. Now there's tomorrow. I'm pretty sure Sheduer will be over the ones tomorrow, and we'll see how Sheduer looks. But I don't like it. Carson Ryan, Joy Royer, bum. Jadeveon Clowney did visit today. Will Clowney be back? I did see that. You got to replace Myles Garrett some way, somehow. You got to do it as a unit. We'll talk about that probably tomorrow, since we are going to stream tomorrow. If you just got here, Jeff, how you doing, Jeff? Steeler fan, but he loves our stream. He is in the building. Aaron Rodgers said he is retiring this year. That is it, Jeff. You get one more year of Aaron Rodgers. That is all you get. You and Steelers want Watson QB1 or Sanders. We win both games. Not technically a rookie. From an incredible actor to a QB, Denzel Washington, he changed careers, but he did play with broken ribs last year. Not saying it is a good sign for Watson, but it is a good sign that our defense is playing great. Listen, I will say this. When it comes to our defense, we got to have realistic expectations. Realistic expectations when it comes to our defense. The best defensive player in the NFL left. We got to have realistic expectations for our defense. The best defensive player in the NFL is gone. That's going to take a toll on your defense. So I think we need to have some realistic expectations. Our offense has to be better to help out our defense. That's just the reality of the situation. New defensive coordinator. You lost your best player. We got to have realistic expectations. We do have good players on there, but when you take the best player and you remove them from that situation, it's going to take an impact. It just is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this. 51 months. I was just about to leave, but I got to play 51 months, man.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Rumor mill says we could sign Baker. What do you think? I did see that. I'll tell you this, man. I really don't like Baker Mayfield. And it's not what you think. It's not what you think, Mike. I know Mike is like, here he goes hating again. It's not that at all. I was watching Quarterback on Netflix before we get out of here. I was watching Quarterback on Netflix, and he really made me mad because he said if he should have just got surgery on his shoulder instead of playing through it when he went for that tackle, when he threw that pick against the Texans. And then when he heard it again against the Cardinals, he said, I should have just sat out. And it made me angry because I was saying it throughout the season, but Baker was just being stubborn, and he admitted it. Sometimes I'm just stubborn. And where would we be now if Baker just got surgery? Where would we be? I'm not saying we would win a Super Bowl. But where would we be? We'll never know because that's stubborn Baker for you. Go watch Netflix. Go watch Quarterback. Go watch it. It's on the first episode. It pissed me off because I was saying the same thing. And everybody was saying, well, the coaching and the coaching, and it's not the coaching. It's the player. The player. When you have a star player, there is not a coach in the world that is going to be able to overrule the star player. There's just not. It's not going to happen. There's competitor and then there's stupidity, Mike. And he even admitted it. I should have sat down. It's just stupidity. It's dumb. It's dumb. But that's it. I don't know. I don't know if that relationship could ever be mended, because Baker Mayfield, he holds a grudge like no other. He can hold a grudge like no other. And I just don't think that relationship can ever be mended. It's not like WWE, I don't think it would ever be mended. I just think you got to move forward with what you got, and you just got to keep going. So if to answer your question, I would say no. Let's go. But that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. If I had to pick now, I think the Browns are going to start Deshaun Watson just because of the money. I think money, they're like, we got to see. We got to see that you are truly no good. Let's see what Todd Monken can get out of you. That's what I think, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope that Sheduer Sanders is so good in camp that they're like, dude, we can't start you, bro. We just can't do it. We just can't do it. That's what I hope happens. Like, we just can't do it. That he looks so good in camp that they're like, yo, we can't. We're just going to have a $40 million quarterback on the bench. We can't. And I think that's the only outcome that we could have, is that Sheduer is that good in camp and he looks good in preseason. But I think going into it, they're like, there's too much money to just have sit on the bench. We can't do it. It's like having a Ferrari in the garage, but yet you're riding a bike. They can't do it. But we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you tomorrow. We will be streaming tomorrow. We hit the goal. 1 of 1. Will we make it 2 of 2? We will see. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it is all love.